Actually, I guess that's kind of rare. But that was, a chance for Sam Jackson's Nick Fury character to be, as morally ambiguous as we wanted him to be. We always wanted him to be pushing the boundaries of what is right so that we could believe he might do something truly terrible. And in fact, he is lying and manipulating everybody, not unlike this fella. They're also both very tall. Loki has more eyes than Nick Fury, but apart from that, they're very similar.
Once you've won,
This is probably my favorite scene.
what happens?
And of course, it's just two people talking, but it is a power struggle. And it's a power struggle that contains, a great deal of flopping who's ahead and who's behind. And it was enormous fun to write, and the two of them really sunk their teeth into it. And I had that extraordinary cell to shoot with its extraordinary reflective capabilities. So it wasn't actually particularly easy because we couldn't move the cell, which meant I had to shoot through it the entire time, which is why you can see these reflections in front of them. I couldn't actually shoot a close-up on her unless I shot through the cell. I could get in the cell and shoot him, but that became ultimately, I think, kind of a virtue, the separation between them.
In the balance, and you bargained for one man.
Regimes fall every day. I tend not to weep over that. I'm Russian. Or I was.
And what are you now?
It's really not that complicated. I got red in my ledger. I'd like to wipe it out.
That line again, red in my ledger, that's something else that, at the time, not designed to be a callback, but it lent itself perfectly. And that's the thing about a movie of this scope, again, that lets you do a little bit more with all these characters. The fact that she plays him
Barton told me everything.
and pretends that everything he's saying is affecting her in this, my favorite shot in the whole movie, because of the scary Loki god of guilt coming at her.
This is a child at prayer. Pathetic. You lie and kill.
The fact that we later find that even though she was playing him, it did actually affect her, just adds one more layer of texture. His little speech about all of these people and these three cutaways, I actually inserted into the scene
And they will never
before we shot it, but after I had written it. And it originally started with the other two. It started with S.H.I.E.L.D. and then went to Banner, or the other way around, and we flopped things about. But I basically added a little intercut of everybody just to keep everything alive, because I had a lot of people talking, and talking in sometimes just extremely unpleasant Elizabethan language, which I know there's been some back and forth about whether it's a good thing or not, but all I can say is it felt right for Loki.
So,
It felt like Asgard was not necessarily an unsexist world, and that this guy would not take her as seriously as he ought. And for him to be truly, truly, brutally ugly in his language, to reveal himself like that, and for